Hey guys, good morning. So in this video right here, I am actually going to walk you guys through my step-by-step live event strategy. So we have a couple of new people into the group. This lesson highly came by request by some new members. And so after the fourth person asked me to share my exact strategy, I was like, you know what, screw it. I am literally just going to show you guys my exact event strategy template that I use with all of my clients. You guys are seeing every single KPI that I'm going to hit. We're going to talk about the audiences that I use, the content strategy, the KPIs that I'm measuring to make sure that everything from my content to my retargeting is on track. And so today we are literally going to go over this live event strategy, okay? So the first thing that we have on make your own copy of it. So just drop me a line below in the comments and I will make sure that I will personally deliver that straight to your inbox. So first thing we're going to talk about is the audience building strategy, right? You guys hear me talk about power content all of the time. And so every single live event we do, whether it's a free event, whether it is a low cost event, whether it is a $5,000 event, guys, this is the same strategy that I'm utilizing. I've got a couple of real estate coaches who we utilize this exact same strategy for them. Even though they're selling like $5,000 tickets to their event, we're utilizing this very simple strategy. And it all starts with audience building. You guys have heard me talk about power content, right? So the type of content that we need to do, 3 to 5 minute videos that all have a promise, headline, and a call to action, right? You guys have heard me talk about this all the time. If you are lost when it comes to creating power content, go into the back office on the membership site. I've got an entire section dedicated to content creation. Go watch a little exercise that I call how to plan 15 pieces of content in less than 5 minutes, and that will definitely help you create your power content. Now, before we can even create the content, before we can even decide what audiences that we're going to send this to, we have to figure out who is our ideal audience for this event. Now, a lot of people want to go broad when it comes to events, and I'm gonna tell you that you need to go opposite. You need to define your audience so well that you, without a doubt, know that your event can solve a specific problem, okay? Like a lot of my real estate coaches, some of them do flipping, some of them do wholesale, some of them do high-level real estate investing that's only for accredited investors, right? Here's the deal. We have to target a broad real estate audience, right? But the messaging that is in this power content, it's going to pull their ideal audience out of that broad audience. And so we have to make sure that we are being absolutely clear on who we're talking to. We're going to go broad in the targeting, in the audience building. We go broad. We want a big audience to start with, but our messaging has to be very specific. So for instance, one of my real estate coaches right now, he is hosting a live wholesale event in Dallas. Now, Facebook doesn't have a wholesale interest group. So we have to go broad. We have to go real estate investing. We have to go flipper. We have to go huge guru, right? Dean Graziosi, Robert Kiyosaki, all of these people. And so what we're going to do is we're going to go broad with our content, but we're going to go specific with our messaging. And so he's literally saying, attention wholesalers, are you making, 3 to 4 deals every single month? You're going to want to listen up because the market is saturated, right? So we have to first identify who are we talking to. In live events, especially local events, you don't want to do too much targeting because then Facebook isn't going to show your ad to anyone. And so you go broad with the audience, but you go specific with the messaging because you want the messaging to pull your ideal audience out of the targeting, okay? Now, again, if you guys want the cheat sheet, drop me a line below and I'm going to send you this cheat sheet that we're actually going over right now. So let's get to it. Video 1, we have our audience clearly defined. We've created 2 pieces of power content. So this strategy right here utilizes 2 pieces of power content. Video 1 needs to focus on the problem number 1 that your ideal audience needs to solve before your event, right? So let me give you guys an example of that. So in order for me, so a lot of times I'll do a live event, how to do a Facebook ad from start to finish, right? But in order for people to be able to execute that, they have to know how to set up their business manager. They have to know all of the different ins and outs of working within the ads manager, and they have to understand why they need to do Facebook ads, right? And so I don't want people attending my live event if they can't do those things or understand the concept. And so those are the videos that I'm going to put into my power content. It's the problems I want my ideal audience to solve before they get to my event, okay? So you're going to have video number 1 is going to be problem number 1 your ideal audience needs to solve before your event. Now we're talking large budget here. You want to put the biggest amount of your budget right here into video 1. Why? Because we're creating a funnel. We're creating a video strategy funnel, right? And so we want the most money going into video number 1, okay? Whether that's a budget of $1,000, my real estate clients, they want me to put like 10K into this top budget. But of course, not everyone has that kind of budget. So all you have to understand is that we're going to put the largest amount of budget right here into video number 1. We want to reach as many people as possible and pull your ideal audience out of there. And so the KPI that you're looking to hit is you want 3% of your audience, 3% of your impressions to watch at least 25% or more of the video. Then what you're going to do is you're going to create an audience, a custom audience, off of those people who are watching that video 25% or more. Then what we're going to do is we're going to send that custom audience of people who've watched 25 or more of the video, we're going to send those to video number 2. Now, with video number 2, the KPI that we want to hit is we want 10% of that custom audience to watch 50% or more of the video. And we're going to create a custom audience of that so that we can send them to something that I call the power offer. The power offer is literally going to be the place where you're going to invite people to attend your event. Okay, so this video needs to be super powerful. In this video, you need to walk them through the problem that your event is going to solve for them and how your event is going to solve that problem. It's super, super important. You want to, without a doubt, make them absolutely clear on the benefit of them attending this event, okay? So what you're going to do is we're going to run the campaign objectives we're going to run for this. We're going to run 1 traffic and 1 conversions. Depending on how big your audience is, if you're trying to look for conversions and you have a small budget, Facebook more than likely will not spend that. And so I always start off with 2 campaigns, 1 a traffic campaign and 2 conversions. The ad and everything else is exactly the same. All I'm doing is switching the conversions. Now the call to action on this video is for them to RSVP to the event. The audience that we're sending to that power offer is the people who've watched 50% or more of the video in video 2, okay? So super, super important that we make sure that in that video, we are outlining the problem, the struggle that your event is gonna solve and how people will feel after they attend that event. What is the result? What is the future? What does their future look like after they've attended this event? Okay, so let's work our way down. So the next thing that we're going to look at is the retargeting of this campaign, right? So many people, they run ads to an event and they forget to retarget. Guys, there's so many different reasons why people don't RSVP to an event for the first time. So we have to absolutely know going into this, what are the objectives, the objections that people are going to have when it comes to attending your event, right? Is it money? Is it they think that they can't do it? Is it because their spouse maybe might not let them? Is it because they don't think that this is going to work for them? We have to meet those objections in the retargeting campaign. How do we meet those objections? One of the best ways is using testimonials, right? Using testimonials of people just like them who are getting results. Testimonials are one of the best ways to meet those objections to your event. So you could use testimonials here. You could use case studies. You could use some more strategic content. We have to remind them of the importance of this event. And then what we're going to do is we're going to retarget them right back to that power offer. Okay? So first of all, we have to start absolutely. Let's take this one step back, right? So let's go back. We have to start with that audience building. There are your KPIs. For those of you guys who are just joining us, go back and watch from the beginning. Super, super powerful information here. I'm sharing my exact strategy that I'm utilizing with my 7-figure business owners that you guys can execute right here, okay? So you have to remember, audience building, super, super important. Super important. Then you're gonna go to your power offer, your retargeting, and then the last part of it is you're gonna engage with people who have RSVP'd. So many people RSVP to an event, but hey, they don't show up. So we want to make sure that these people are going to show up. And so what we want to do is we want to put out a fun post of everyone who's RSVP'd for the event. You can do a fun picture post, you can do a video post, but you want the call to action to be like, what are you most looking forward to at this event? What do you hope to learn? Where are you at now? This post right here needs to be engagement so that you know, hey, these people are coming to my event. This is what they want to learn. Maybe they're looking for something specific. This is a time where you could actually start building that relationship in order to get people to show up. Now, guys, this strategy right here, I'm showing you guys, we use it for live events, but guess what? We also use this same exact strategy to a freaking T for webinars, live masterclasses. This is the exact same strategy that we're utilizing for 5-day challenges. We do this exact same flow, but for live events, because that was what the lesson was requested, was for live events. And so we're gonna go with this in this lesson for live events. If you guys have any questions at all, drop them down in the comments. You guys know I'm super, super geeky when it comes to this stuff, and I'll be happy to answer any questions that you guys have. Anyway, I hope that you guys got a lot of value out of this video. For those of you guys who are just joining us, definitely go back and watch the beginning of the video. There's so much value that I talked about as far as like building your audiences, how to script out the messaging. But as always, again, if you guys want the cheat sheet, drop me a line below and I'll personally deliver it to you. You guys have an amazing day, and I'll see you guys later.